Hey guys, this is IX with RolloutReviews bringing you another Bionicle review. This time it is set number 8535, Lewa, Toa of Air. This set was released in 2001 and contains 36 pieces. Lewa shares a very similar build structure to both Kopaka and Tahu, but his vibrant lime and green, along with his unique weapon, definitely make him stand out among the rest of the Toa. His legs and torso are virtually identical, even down to the ball accent on his chest. His arms are attached in a similar fashion to Kopaka's, in the downward orientation, allowing much more outward movement at the shoulder. It's also attached to a gear function on the right side, allowing it to swing forward and back. His left arm is attached a little bit differently, however. Both Kopaka and Tahu had an axle connector within the torso, locking it in place. Lewa's left arm is attached via a pin axle, meaning it can also swing back and forth. However, it's attached via a gray pin axle, meaning there isn't a whole lot of friction going on there. I can only imagine this is some sort of play function, allowing him to emulate swinging from tree to tree in the jungles, like he does in the story. But that's the only answer I have. It kind of puzzles me as to why else they would design it this way. His arm is similar to Kopaka's here, however he has the slicer throwbot hand similar to Tahu, with the added addition of some axle extenders and pins on the end. Every kid in the neighborhood around my area always thought that Lewa's hand looked kind of like some kind of machine gun. Just us? I don't know. Lewa's weapon is very different, but very, very cool. He wields this axe, and this piece is definitely my favorite weapon out of all of the Toa Mata. The detail is phenomenal. It looks great. Such a good design. Lewa uses the Great Kanoe Miru, Mask of Levitation, which allows its user to float and glide. Especially useful for a Toa of Air, not quite as useful for the other 5. It's got a very sleek and streamlined look. It also has a wide, playful grin, which suits Lewa well. The underlying face is exactly the same as all of the other 6 Toa, but this time it has a neon green eye stalk that attaches it to the neck. A connection which is an axle, meaning, once again, there is no articulation, unfortunately. The mask just plugs via a stud into his mouth, and it holds pretty well, but is still easily knocked off for the Kanoe game. Speaking of which, Lewa also has a gear function. By spinning the gear on his back, he swings his axe up and down. I've always thought that this axe was maybe just a bit too big for him to be holding this way. It seems to me like he should probably hold it with 2 hands. Fortunately, that is possible in a way. You can have him hold it with both arms, and he can still effectively swing it because of that gray pin axle. Maybe another reason for that being there. Whatever the case, I still recommend swapping this part out for a black pin axle. It'll just give you a lot more friction. The agile and mischievous Toa of Air, I think, has one of the better designs of the original 6 Toa. I love the way he looks. There is a little bit of controversy on how you're meant to pronounce Lewa's name. Some people call him Lua or Lewa. I completely respect your opinions. That's just fine, and it doesn't really matter in the end how you pronounce it, so why bother arguing? But you're wrong! Anyway, that is about it, guys, and this is IX signing off.